Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back with another Samurai Jack episode review of Season 5. This is Samurai Jack Season 5 Episode 4 that we are talking about today. You know, I was really disappointed that last week we did not get a Samurai Jack episode, which really sucked. It was an April Fool's joke. Apparently, Rick and Morty was streaming on Adult Swim the whole time rather than Samurai Jack, and all of us were left in the gutter just waiting in anticipation for Samurai Jack to actually appear, only to realize that it was an April Fool's joke. But hey, we got an episode today. However, this review is kind of out early, later than usual because of the fact that I kind of missed the airing for it, but I'm finally able to actually watch it. But, regarding this episode, all I gotta say is that this episode gave me some very nostalgic vibes from the previous seasons of Samurai Jack, like the old Cartoon Network version. Like, just seeing this whole episode with like weird aliens, weird creatures, just the atmosphere of the, you know, this episode, like, it really did give me nostalgia from the old Samurai Jack episodes. And also, it was, you know, comedic to boot, and we got to see some comedy in it. I mean, this episode was kind of lighthearted, actually, compared to last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago from episode 3. And I think that's really what people are going to get out of this. This episode was more lighthearted than usual from the first 3 episodes that we saw of this series, because, or this season, because it's just been all about bloodshed, you know, just freaking Jack trying to stop Aku while killing humans along the way. And it turns out that one of the members of the 7 warriors of Aku actually survived, and apparently her name is Ashi. And it appears that some people's speculations as to if Ashi and Jack are actually gonna team up to stop Aku is actually very prominent now from what we got in this episode at the ending, because apparently there was this whole sort of ladybug scene. I'm assuming it was a ladybug, as to when Ashi was training back in, you know, her early days. Apparently she was exposed to a creature that she had no idea of. All these, you know, girls who were training in, you know, the stronghold, one of Aku's strongholds, is that, you know, they were never exposed to creatures of the outside world. All they really knew was to, you know, give a specific objective in order to hunt down Samurai Jack and train for it. And, you know, we saw that she, in a way, was very curious about these creatures of the outside world. And we also saw, you know, several of the other characters from episode 3. They were wondering, like, yo, what is this deer? They were, you know, very, you know, weirded out by the fact, because they have grown up without these sort of knowledge bases of, you know, what's in the outside world. And this is where we see Ashi come in, and Samurai Jack also, she sees that he is different compared to what her mentor told her, that, you know, she crushed the ladybug, saying that, you know, this is not of Aku's orders, and just freaking killed it on the spot, while Samurai Jack, you know, he basically showed, you know, the peaceful lifestyle to her and how to save a life rather than kill it. That's kind of like what the symbolism was here. And now it looks like she's starting to believe that Jack is not really all that bad that Aku makes him out to be. So I'm assuming that she is starting to open up her eyes now, like how Jack said. However, she does have a lot of questions that she wants to ask Jack and doesn't fully trust him as of yet. So it's going to take a while until she actually, you know, trusts him and, you know, will most likely help him out in the long run. But we'll see how far it goes. We have to wait until the next episode of Samurai Jack. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say about this episode, to be honest with you. It was just a lighthearted episode, and it really showed off, you know, a very nostalgic vibe from the previous seasons of Samurai Jack on how Jack used to be rather than what we are seeing it now. You know, it brought back that childhood, you know, sort of nostalgia, what we knew from the old Samurai Jack. Just Jack going in, freaking, you know, just going and finding these weird-ass creatures, you know, going to brand new worlds. He even states that I've, you know, flown giant creatures before. All we have to do is just jump on them, try to escape without falling into the acid, you know. It was just so cool. It was so cool. The atmosphere of, you know, what we were exposed to, also the color palettes of, you know, certain scenes in this episode were very interesting. However, it felt like an acid trip, to be completely honest with you, because throughout the entirety of this episode, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? I mean, I knew Jack was, you know, trying to get out of the little predicament he was in, you know, freaking swallowed by Moby Dick, you know, and trying to get Ashi out with him, but just how everything developed in this episode, like, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, like I said, there's really not much else to say. Like I stated before, this was a very lighthearted episode. It showed us comedic aspects, what Samurai Jack used to be, and also by the end, we get to see that Ashi looks like she's about to team up with Samurai Jack for, you know, the future episodes to come, and it also showed her as a character finally opening up her eyes as to whether she should trust him or not, and how Jack is different from Aku. So, yeah, I like this episode. It was very nostalgic. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. What did you like about the episode the most? What did you not like about the episode? Like, is there anything specific that you didn't like about the episode and that you were actually, you know, wanting to see? Like, I don't know. Just let me know your overall thoughts in the comments down below. Tell me what your favorite part of the episode was. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one.